All right, I'm Nick. It is day 2. We have the Ruger RXM. If you haven't figured out, the RXM stands for Ruger and Magpul. Yesterday we did have some malfunctions. We only had them with the OEM Glock Glock Gen 4 and Gen 5 magazines. I took the gun apart this morning, and I'm pretty positive the slide stop is the issue. Now remember, they cloned a gun that was released. A Gen 3 Glock was released in 1998. Why in 2000 and almost 25 are we doing that? That's crazy. So we're going to run 100 rounds through it. I'm going to take it apart somewhere in the middle of the video when these magazines are empty and show you what the issue is. There's going to be a lot of guns like this that have these issues, okay? It might not happen day 1 to you, but it's going to happen, okay? Now, someone said I wasn't dropping the magazine right. That is how you drop the magazine. People are crazy. The comment section is always wild anytime there's a malfunction, but off we go. Now, I think it's a fine shooting gun. I don't think there's really any issues with how it shoots. I think the trigger is actually better than any stock Glock that I've ever messed with, okay, in my mind. Even I have a Glock Gen 5 inside with, I don't know, somewhere between 12 and 1,500 rounds through it, and that trigger out of the box is much better than that. So no issues with that. Oh, there it goes again. Got it to finally work. We're going to see. We're going to keep having that problem, though. Oh, man. I'm going to take it apart after one of these magazines, and I'm going to show you what the issue is. It's going to be fixable, but it just shouldn't happen. And if you watch some of the release videos, I talk about how it's compatible with all of these Gen 3 factory parts or aftermarket parts. And that's because if you want this thing to be good, you're going to have to make changes, okay? That's sad. For $4.99, the internals should be better in my opinion, okay? We'll take it apart and look at it in a second. I've been shooting a little low out there. But the gun does shoot fine, okay? I won't say I'm the biggest fan of that front sight. I don't like how there's white around it. Either make it all white or make it all green. My eyes are different than everybody else's, so I'm not the biggest fan. But the gun points well, and it shoots really, really well, okay? No complaints. Okay. We are slingshotting the magazine. Soon as you pull back, let's just do this. Now let's lock this back. Soon as you pull back, that should instantly drop. See how it didn't drop? That dropped that time, okay? That is a malfunction. That's a problem with the internals. Now, people are going to say there's packing grease from the manufacturer in there. There isn't, okay? There's no grease inside the gun. That's like some fuddler. It's nonsense. I know the manual says take it apart and clean it, all these things. There's nothing in there that should cause a problem, okay? We've done this to dozens and dozens of guns. Sometimes guns just have issues, okay? This is no exception. It's going to have a lot of issues. There's multiple people in the comment section who have had issues with magazines of all different sizes, shapes, you know, manufacturers. This is part of it. I know what it is. I kind of can't see that. If you guys watch the gun go from the shadow to the light, I have a hard time picking that dot up, that front sight. When I move here, it goes from the shadow to the shade, and I have a hard time picking that up because that green is not very bright, all right? It's not very bright, and I have a hard time seeing it. I'd rather it be all white in that equation, okay? So what we got left? We got a little bit left. We got 45 rounds or so. We did it again, and that's with the Glock mag. We will take it apart just here in a second, and I'll show you guys the issue, okay? Almost to 100. No issues that time. Oh man. Falling apart. It's actually it's how funny the gun feels with the mag in there. It's really funny how long it feels. Like when you shoot it, like this is like wobbles back and forth more. It's wild, extra weight, I guess. All right, so we're gonna take it apart regardless of what YouTube says about that. Oh, we did not succeed, did we? All right, we're apart. So have a look right here. You see how much play is in this? Hopefully you can see that really, really well. Well, what happens is when the magazine is in there, we'll just pick one, okay? That pushes up. Now, when that pushes up, you see how that inside of that slide stop is touching this frame right here? They actually bragged about that metal frame and how it went all the way around. But that right there, this can shift, it can tilt, it can move all over the place. So as the gun's going bang, 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 this is resting, and you can see on that piece of metal, if you look real, real close in there, that it is just sitting on top of there when you let go. And that's sitting in there somehow, and it won't let it go down when it should. That's wild. See how it went down right there? No issues. I'm willing to bet if we keep doing this, we'll be able to replicate that sitting on that ledge somehow. But that's what's happened. Mag's in the gun. You go to rack the gun, and this is stuck on that ledge, and then you can't get this slide stop to drop. It's just part of it, okay? Now, I've read some things where you can take and you can actually bend this and make it a little bit wider so it doesn't do that. I've also read some things about there's aftermarket parts that it's actually a little bit longer so it'll drop down in there and it will never get caught. You shouldn't have to do that. Like they should have sent out a better solution to that. You know, they talk about this FCI like it's the most game-changing thing of all time. And realistically, that only exists because people, they want to customize their gun. They want to change the grip. They want to change the color, do all these things that I don't really care about, but people do. And their goal is they're going to sell a bunch of these because they're customizable. And at the end of the day, I don't care about being customizable. I want a functioning piece of equipment, and this is just not it. There's just too much play in this system that could cause you to have a malfunction at any given moment. And I tinkered with it in the house, and I got it to run better inside. But as soon as you come back out here and you're shooting and the gun gets hot and it expands, you're going to run into random issues that you just can't see coming. Okay, it's part of it. And you can say, hey, maybe just your slide stop is out of tolerances or something. Well, okay, cool. But it doesn't mean the gun didn't have malfunctions, all right? So we're going to keep putting 100 rounds through it per day, even though I still stick to my guns, and you should never buy a Glock clone. MSRP on this is $4.99. Now on Gun Broker in a lot of places it's $3.99. Still got to factor in taxes, shipping, all these things. Just spend $200 more and buy a Gen 5 Glock. I understand there's some other benefits to the slide, that this is direct mount. Maybe it comes with actual irons. That thing's hot, in case y'all are wondering. Comes with actual metal sights. I get that. But man, buy a gun based off of it being dependable and reliable, not based off of, well, yeah, I can change my grip out and I can make it green or brown down the road. It's not going to help you in the long run, okay? So I will tell you that I only bought this because I thought the people who watch the YouTube channel would want to see it. And if it was just me, I would never buy a Glock clone, ever, period. End of story. Thanks for watching. Look forward to reading your comments.